Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back. It is your boy Big John, and I am here today to show you. Let's just make the screen bigger. I'm here today to show you the new update to Neo. As everybody knows, I've pretty much gone crazy with Neo, and it's becoming an overpowered trading tool, so a trading indicator on TradingView. If you want to purchase Neo, all you have to do is message me, and we can discuss the pricing in Discord, Telegram. You can get through to me. The links for any way to get through to me will be in the description below. So, what we're going to start off with is this is a free group. Again, this link for this group will also be in the description below. Anybody can join this. This is a channel in Telegram. So I'm the only one who can post in here. But in here, I'm giving everybody the updates of what's happening with Neo. So if you haven't purchased it yet or you're interested in looking at it, by the way, it's lifetime access and the price will be going up. So you need to make sure you get in now because it's worth more than what I'm charging. 1 billion% is worth more. So you can join this group. Again, it's free and you can see the updates I'm giving out. I'm also giving out either trade ideas or signals in this chat as well. So I'm literally giving you the opportunity for you to make free money. And then from the money that you're able to make, you can now reinvest that into getting yourself the actual product itself. So just give me 1 second, people. I'm getting a call from Nigeria. Cool. So, yes, so basically, this is perfect for you. I mean, what more could somebody really say at this point? You're in a point where you could literally get trades for free and also use that free money to purchase the indicator just so people can see transparency. I'm not trying to hide anything from no one. I'm not just trying to sell you a product. This actually works. It's what I've been trading for years, and I've just put the elements together in order to make what we have right now in front of us, which I will be showcasing again in a few moments. So you can see all the trades here that did actually win this week, and we can literally I gave these trades out just like this to keep the time short and sweet. You can see, boom, there was an AD CAD buy. There was a CAD CHF buy that actually worked as well. There was a CAD JPY sell that was a nice little sell there. There was a CFJPY sell as well that came up with Neo. As you can see, you're getting all of the information given to you on the indicator. I'm going to go into trading view and you'll see it yourself. So you can see your stop loss, your entry, and free take profit levels as well. So you have that. You had Euro JPY, which was a small sell. There's actually a reason behind why this was a small sell from the data I collected as well. You had GBP CHF, that was actually a nice buy trade for 1 to 7R. You had US 30, which was a huge trade, and I actually gave this out before there was a massive breakout on US 30 as well. So this was great. I was able to give this out based on what Neo can produce as the table starts to light up more and more with a bullish color, giving us an indication that price action can buy. So these are all the things you'll learn in time. The strategy is already built into Neo, so you don't really have to worry about that. But obviously, for you to be able to get even more trades over time, you're going to learn how the product can help you find trades, just like how I found that US 30 massive buy before it even gave a signal for you to be able to buy US 30, which when it did give another signal anyway, it did continue and buy as well. Um, let's just see here. Boom. There is Bitcoin USD. This one never actually triggered, but it is buying up. And Neil was telling you to look for a buy that day. There's Ord CHF that did give us a buy trade signal, and this was a 3.7R trade as well. There is gold. This one again, Neo was lighting up more and more, telling us that we could start to look for buy trade setups, and this is what actually helped us in order to find this buy trade setup. It was actually supposed to buy the day before, but it was Thanksgiving. It did buy, and I gave this trade out to absolutely everyone, everywhere possible, so everyone would have been able to get into this position of this trade setup and what it could actually do. This was a 2.8R trade, which was fantastic. Euro New Zealand as well. There's a sell trade setup based on this pair. You can see again, it gives you all of the values here whenever a trade setup does appear. This was actually from the previous day. This is just where it got to, but it actually gave you all of this information from the previous day, and you was able to get in this trade from round about up this level here. If you can see my mouse, that's from the previous day. Um, there was, Euro USD. Again, this was one that was kind of a slow creeping pair. It never had all the confluences at first, but then it eventually got in and it gave us a trade setup for possible buyers on Euro USD. So it's still just slowly creeping Euro USD. NZD CAD was actually a trade before it started to sell back down. We basically started to get some profits. So you had about a one-to-one R in this trade before it started to pull back. It hasn't actually hit stop loss yet. So this would still technically be a running trade and could break out come Monday because it's a new month as well. Let's just see here. You had NZD USD, which actually is still possibly buying even more than this at the moment. When we go to the chart, but again, you had all of the values here. You can see how price perfectly tapped in to your entry level and started to buy up, which again, all the details will be here. I will make this bigger on the trading view chart if you need to see it more, but you can see all your details for your stop, your entry, and your take profit levels is there as well. Um, we had USD CAD. This was an absolute fantastic trade. And this is mad. Again, Neo pinpointed this sell that could happen. The only thing that we had here is USD CAD never pulled back into our actual sell area. You would have had a sell limit set up there. So you would have just literally put the sell limit based on the numbers and it would have been able to give you the sell trade setup. But again, it just went off from where our predicted sell area would be, which is the Oracle zone. This again shows you where price action is possibly going to make its move in the day. So around that area is where you're going to see a lot of the volatility and price action actually moving off. And that's what you see here. You can see the Oracle zone is there. And what did we see in that same zone? Without it going up too much, you just saw a massive continuation of the original sell entry. We had this nice silver trade set up as well. This one was nice for us. So again, all this information is printed for you guys and girls. You don't have to worry. Neo has a whole Confluence system based in there. So whatever the table is reading, it will automatically tell you if it's an A grade trade, B, so A plus, A, B, C, or D. And that just gives you an indication that price action is starting to turn over and give you more stronger confluences for buys or sells. You can obviously see this was an A plus trade, and you can see the tables lit up like a Christmas tree, literally there with everything being green. So, and then look what happened on with price action here. Boom. So, it's an absolutely amazing system when you put it all together. GBP New Zealand as well was another signal I gave out on Friday. So this was the next day, and you can see here, this is exactly, it gave you all the entry levels, take profit. It never hit your stop loss and it just kept going down. This was at least a one-to-one trade on a Friday, end of the month. And then you had German 30 as well. This one never got activated, but it was telling you that there was a trade set up on that pair. So yeah, literally what I said here, guys, there's no way you won't make money with this indicator. I think it's more than enough proof here of a winning strategy. Yes, some pairs will move slow, but basically between 1 to 3 days, it goes crazy. And once they lock in the pair, most of them stick. This was like a 80% win rate this week. Um, Same screen, B. Is it not shared to hold on a sec. Is it not shared to Telegram at the moment? It must be. Is it not shared? No. No, people, I just went through the whole thing and it's not shared to Telegram. Well, nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. Come on, guys. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Nobody said anything. I'm talking about loads of bears. Nobody said anything. You just had me waffling. Oh, now people. Yeah, so here's what I was talking about basically. No, that's annoying because when it goes on YouTube, people that just will be like, nah, man, he's just showing one screen for 5 minutes. And they'll log off, they'll run off. Say they want to go watch TikTok reels. So this is what I was basically breaking down everybody here. And this is the gold trade that I took that gave out to everybody as well, which I gave everybody the start, the middle, during, everything. So anybody could have made money off of gold. There is no excuses if you're actually in my group. What I was saying is this is the free group where the link is in the description. And these were all the trades that I was talking about here. All the trades that I gave out for free for anyone to be able to make money in order for them to purchase Neo, basically. So you don't even have to make your own money. You can put £50 in an account, let's just say now, and try and make the money to get yourself Neo and get in. I'm not even stressing. I'm just trying to show people with this group how transparent Neo is and what I'm doing. Um, I'm not hiding anything. Even here, it shows you all the updates I'll be adding. It's all in here as well. It's all there for you guys and girls. Do you understand? So yeah, this is something amazing. You know what Neo is at the moment. So let's go over to Trading View anyway. Let's go back over to the share screen. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. All right. Cool, cool, cool. I'll just put in the description. Skip, skip to 5 minutes in. Skip a few minutes in anyway. All right, cool. So let's go over to. Let's even talk about the new update. That's the best thing to do. Let's do that on gold actually. Because we know everybody loves gold. Everybody loves gold. So what I've done is I always trade the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly chart. I'm not saying you can't play around and take it lower, but this is what I've based everything on. And there's more than enough trades. I keep saying it time and time again. You don't actually have to go lower in order for you to actually make anything or do anything as it currently stands. You literally just have to follow what I say in order for you to make money. Once you start making money and you're profitable, you can do whatever you like. Until then, and if you're not a professional, like when I say professional, a long-term trader, then the best thing I would suggest is you just stick to what I tell you to do and what the system is set up to on a default setting. If not, you're just going to cause yourself a whole bunch of headache. And like I told everybody, I'm going to keep saying, if you cannot show me 5 losing trades, if you cannot show me 5 losing trades and show me data, or at least the 5 to 10, and show me the pictures of, oh, I lost this trade, I lost this trade, I lost this trade, and so we can review them together. I'm not going to listen to you if you tell me that the product's not working for you because I don't deal with lazy people because everyone can see I'm not a lazy person. I put the work in, so I need you to put the work in as well if you want the product to be better. So what we have here now, which I've again put the work in, is I've updated Neo and I've created something called I call it strategy backtest mode basically. So it's the strategy statistics table. So on top of Neo being able to show us all the wins and losses over a period of time, what I decided to do is create it into a table. And now what this table is literally doing is telling us over again a period of time, a total amount of trades, how much our wins to our losses we had. So how many longs, how many shorts you had, how many wins, how many losers did you have as well, and it shows us an actual calculated win rate. Now, people might be thinking, okay, but what does that have to do with the strategy? Well, if you pay attention to the last video, I already explained that the strategy is built in. So I don't need to over teach people how to trade a strategy. It's not necessary for me to do that. All I have to do now, and I said that in the last video and the one before, is I'm working on risk management so people know how to trade with the risk management. It's not hard to press the buy or sell button and put in some numbers. That's already done for you. Neo does it automatic every day. You can even set alerts as well. So again, like I said, you set alerts. You can set your alerts up here, which you've got all of these different alerts to do. And like I've said, you just set up your alerts on a watch list. So that's every pair that you want to trade. You can create a watch list and you can set it up from A to D, A to D as well for bullish or bearish. And literally, when you set it up, you can set it up to a pair or a watch list that you've created with a list of your own pairs. And if you do that, you're going to get an alert as soon as one of these confluences come together. And then once you go to the pair, once the confluences come together, you're going to be able to see if the long or short tool has appeared. If it has appeared, which they appear at the start of every day anyway, so you can literally check market open every day. If you get an alert, then, or you got an alert at the close of market, by the time the market opens again, it's either going to have one of these entry boxes for a buy or sell trade, or it won't because the confluences didn't meet. But I've gone one step even further for people. So now, instead of people being worried about, oh, but how am I going to win? What's the win rate? How am I going to understand if I'm actually going to be profitable with this? I've managed to silence everybody by Neo literally telling you a realistic and real-time number of what the win rate is on any pair that you're looking at and you're looking to trade. And not only can you do that, obviously we can see here we've got the pair. You've also got a risk to reward that you can actually set up for yourself. So you just have to go to these settings here. Again, it's all set to default for you. The default settings are already set up nice and simple for you. Yeah. Literally, once you go to these settings here, you can change, let's just say first, you can change your risk to reward. So I can change my risk to reward, which this video is based on, I'm going to say 1. The whole video is going to be the industry lied to us because when you actually set your risk to reward to one and you've got a decent enough strategy, look what happens to the win rate when we do this as well. When it loads up, boom. So you see how the win rate went from 40 something percent, so it was about 40% to 66%. So it's telling you that in 99 trades, you had a 66% win rate if you managed to just take a one-to-one without you doing anything, people. Without you doing anything. All you had to do is just wait for this box to appear. And again, all you have to do is set an alert from the Confluence tab. And at the start of market open, this box will either be here or it won't be here, either or. Literally, if it's there, which it was 99 times, this is what it's telling you in history, yeah, what it's managed to read, with a 1-to-1 R win rate, we had a 66% win rate. That is a crazy win rate. Even if you're trading 1-to-1 R, it's actually still a crazy win rate. That means you're going to win 6 trades but lose 4 trades. Win 6 trades, so you're always going to be profitable, net profitable, regardless what happens. I remember this is just gold and this is set up this way. What you can actually do with this as well is you can tweak it a little bit more, which I can add more and more tweaks as time goes on. But no, none of you guys and girls have to stress about this stuff because all I have to do is code it into the indicator. And when I code it, all you have to do is come to the drop down list here. Where are we? You just have to come to the drop down list and you start to change things. So you can see that this one here is the standard grade. And this basically means whenever we get a confluence with a confluence that basically has a daily IFVG, that's the standard level. Do you understand? So we've got a trigger logic in here. This was part of the update I did yesterday for everyone, what I coded. Now, when we go to the next one, which is called the one, this is the grade. So this is the confluence grades plus a daily IFVG plus a break of structure on the daily as well, giving you more indication that price could be a stronger setup. So let's see what happens here. Can you see how the win rate went up? Literally, can you see how the win rate went up, people? Yeah. This is what you're able to do. So now, and it tells you, but look, it obviously makes sense, people, and this is how you know it's working. Remember, there was a total amount of trades that was 99 before, but if you're waiting for the more confidences you have, the less amount of trades, the least amount of trades, sorry, the least amount of trades will appear in the market, which if you traded for long enough and you're not an absolute beginner, you would already know this. Do you understand? So this is what you're able to do with this. You're able to play around with certain things. You're able to now change it to best entry mode. I'm going to code, I wouldn't say but use best entry mode right now. It was like the basic template I had to use in order for me to create a better version of the Oracle. So that's the Oracle zones. So I wouldn't say use it for now, but you can test it out, especially even if you want to test it on a demo account, you can do that. But there's some more tweaks I'm going to do to best entry mode. But let's just see how it is even without me tweaking it. And let's see what happens with best entry mode. So you can see this is why I said that best entry mode is not the best to use. But it doesn't mean you can't change things. You can see if I put best entry mode using the strongest trigger logic confluences, it goes down. But let's see what happens if I go to standard grade. And let's see how the win rate goes. So you see it even goes even worse. So it can show you that now, and this is perfect, it's not a problem. It's telling you that it's no good to run gold trade setups on gold, even with a 1-to-1 R on standard mode with best entry. So you can eradicate that. Now you can go back to breakout entry, yeah, and go to this one here, which is the grade. So with trigger logic, yeah, you can see what I can do. So you see how I went back from a 30 win rate back to a 68 win rate. This is why this is fantastic. You don't have to start worrying about all of these. Oh, should I add this, John? And should I do that? And this is the problem. I'm going to code everything in there in order for us to either get a better win rate or not. All you have to do is change the logic of the settings for yourself, basically. Is everybody aware of what I'm saying? Do they get what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Sorry, I'm just going to see what's in here. Yes, sir. Does everyone make sense? Sorry, does it make sense to everyone? Sorry. So that's not for this whole year. That's just reading 60 trades going back. Mhm. That's not for this whole year. It's just reading 60 trades going back. Literally. Just reading 60 trades going back. Like I said, some people might want to take it on lower time frames, but I'm not going to do all of that now because I'm keeping it simple. I can't, people always have to remember my point of view, not just their own bias, yeah? And why I say this, um, Yeah, it could be the parameters as well that hit because you can't go you can go all the way back if you want to, but remember the further back you go, the more data is trying to gather and the slower the product can run, which is obviously understandable. You know what I mean? So, but that's not, I'm not saying it can't go all the way back. I could easily set up stuff like that, more than likely. But what I'm trying to say here, the main point people have to realize, I'm not going to show people 10,000 different ways to do certain stuff because just because it might benefit you as an individual trader, I am not giving products out as for one person. I'm giving it out for everybody. Do you understand? So it has to be a generic all around thing. And this is why I stick to my time frames, 4 hour daily, weekly. If this is profitable and it's not broken, why are we trying to fix it? Is what I always tell people. If you can't show results with what I'm giving you, I'm not saying it can't make results with what you're doing. It might make better results if you're trying to do something else. Do you understand? But the whole point is to prove if I'm selling you something that works. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And this is what it is. So if you stick to what I'm trying to teach you, there's many things. This is just gold I'm giving you a show on right now. It's literally just gold. We can go over to other pairs and you can see what starts to happen as well. So if we go over to, obviously, let me not even go over to random pairs. Let's go over to what people actually like first, and then we can go over to random pairs. So this is like US 30. Hmm? So we can see here, just so people can see the big pairs first, you know? So this is US 30. You can see this is why, again, I told you the video will be based on one-to-one R. They lied to us. Yeah. You can see. So with now you can imagine you don't have to go and backtest all of this. Neo is scanning the market and doing all of this for you. I'm sorry if my screen's running a bit slow, people. It gets like that sometimes when I'm doing zooms. So I have to wait. Obviously, it's going to be a bit difficult to see on US 30 because it's just been buying. Obviously, it happens more on currency pairs. Okay, we'll check it on the currency pair anyway. But what I was trying to say is that this will now show you all the previous buy and sells, the boxes. Do you understand? So you don't have to stress. So it's telling you here there was only 31 trades with a 1R. Where sorry, there was not to the back of history. There was 31 trades back it's managed to pick up. And this is giving you again a 6.1 .29 win rate based on one-to-one R. Again, you can start to change things. So when you change things and you play around with it in the settings, let's go here again. Let's go to standard grade and see if it goes up or it goes down. There you go. You see? Do you get it, people? This is why I create this. I don't think people like the amount of craziness. I was jumping up for joy, jumping up and down when I made this. I finished coding it like to the basic level of this new update at like 4, 5 in the morning. I was jumping up and down because I was like, I don't think that what people think I've just done. People are not clocking it because nobody has ever created this for you. The only things that show you this is expert advisors or which is auto trading bots or strategy mode in obviously trading view if you create a strategy indicator, which eventually I could possibly go to making this an auto trading algo. But I need all of these settings in order to do it. So I have to build this first, then you can change it. Do you understand where I'm coming from? But that's down the line. Don't worry, people. Remember, it's lifetime access. And this is why I say the price is going to go up. So if you do not get this product now, I'm sorry. Don't come to me and say, is it still this price? Because no, this is stupidly overpowered what I'm creating here. People have to be willing to pay the money because it's not a joke. So when you say the market open, you say midnight NY time open. The market always opens at one unanimous time. People always try to ask me that question as well. Do you mean NY this and that? You don't have to break down the ups and downs of NY time and this and that. The market always opens. I'm talking about from the original market open, not session opens. Yeah. Market open for the UK users is always 11 o'clock. It's only 10 o'clock on Sunday because it's Sunday. So market open is market open, not session open. The boxes will always appear market open, just so it's clear. And there's the box show on the, it always shows on the first 4 hour candle of market open. So always be there. So if you've got an alert from the previous day or you got an alert as soon as the market opens, yeah, then more than likely, um, you're more than likely getting an alert by the close of market because that'll be the new 4 hour candle that leans over into the next day. Do you understand? So you're probably getting an alert then anyway. And then from there, boom, you just go to the pair. You can even probably check the pair ready for market open because remember, even when the market's closed for that 1 hour, yeah, when the market actually closes fully, the whole market closes, the candle's still moving. It's still moving into the hour where we can trade again. We can't trade, but the banks are still moving price. Do you understand? So the box will still be there, ready for you to enter the trade when the market actually opens for us to trade. No worries, James. So yeah, you can see how when I changed that simple setting, the win rate increased. So you don't have to worry about all this type of stuff no more because I'll get that. Oh, John, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And this, it's already coded for you guys and girls. You just have to play around. All you play around with is these settings. And over time, I can add more and more trigger logic or entry mode or different filters in order to make price action, to make it easier for you to find a set method that works for you. Again, I'm not telling people they can't go on lower time frames. I want people to play around and do all of that stuff because they could figure out something that works amazing. They could figure out an 85% win rate on a 15-minute chart for US 30. All I'm telling people is don't do that if you're not making money. It's all good to try and be Mr. or Miss Flashy in trading, try and be the best trader, but we're here to make money. You invested into this product to make money. So what I'm saying is make money first. You know, let's produce results, show people that we have a great community and a great product, and then you can start getting fancy with it. Make 50,000 first, then start acting fancy. I don't care by that. By that point, it's great. Do you understand? You could have a specific setting that I'm like, whoa, this is the perfect setting we found with Neo that the community can use in order for us to trade the 5 minute time frame with a 90% win rate, one to one. Do you understand what I'm saying? One to one risk to reward. I'm never going to tell you no to that. I'll say everybody can get on board with that. But I'm just saying don't do it now because you can spend time. Then I'm gonna have to start showing people. Oh, they'll be like, oh, what do we do? Is it do we trade London session? It's the best time to do it in the open, and I don't want to do all of that stuff. Do you understand? Keep it simple, make money. Because I get many messages of people telling me I'm overwhelmed. You guys and girls don't get that. I get the messages, so I cannot make it difficult. It has to be basic. You understand? And then over time, there's going to be elite traders that are using this, and we can now start having fun with that. And if the people start graduating from beginners to the elite traders, they can also start looking into this 5 minute, uh, looking at this and this and that. And that's why we got a 90% win rate with Neo. But for now, keep it simple. So yeah, we can go to other pairs as well. So let's keep it here. Boom, boom, boom. For its futures. Let's go over to futures quickly. Let's just try ES1. I'm just trying to show a variety because I always talk about forex pairs and stuff like that. I've got millions of videos on that, but I'm trying to show you some of the other stuff just to see how you can play around with it. So here it even says with ES1 with a one-to-one R, and I believe it was on standard setting, we have a 64% win rate. I do apologize if it's running a bit slow. I don't know what's going on at the moment. It's just running a bit slow. Boom, boom, boom. It could be because the laptop that I got connected now, I've been running this up. It's probably very hot at the moment. Been running this up with coding and breaking. I haven't been using the PC. I've been running up the laptop. Um, Hold on a sec. So let's change this setting. Where are we here? Boom. Let's change this to only. Let's change it to the daily breaker structure and the IFVG. See what happens. So on 64.8. Let's see if it goes up or down. There you go. So it's kind of the same thing. You see how amazing this is. So now we've got 63.24. Do you understand? So we've got that. We've got 63.24. Now, some people might not even like one-to-one R. They might want to just have a bit more R. So let's put 2R. So now you still got a 50% win rate. Let's go back to standard grade. Yeah. So now you got a 52% win rate. Let's just try it with best entry. Let's just see what happens. Because every pair is different, people. You need to know every pair. There's no unanimous. So you can see again, this has got 39% win rate. So I still believe I'm going to have to tweak best entry a bit more. The confluences it uses to pick up best entry. So I would suggest it's not better to use best entry for now, again, until I tweak it. Once I tweak it and I see it's working better, I will obviously tell you guys and girls, and you'll be able to use it yourself. Do you understand? For now, stick with breakout entry, I'd say. Um, so as a beginner, one to one R, one to three R. Literally, I'm doing 1 to 2, 1 to 3 R. I'm doing that. Remember that this is here for people that want to get creative. with any of the trades, but I'm still doing one to two, one to three. I'm going to go over why it still makes sense in the first place, and you don't need to stress yourself about all of that stuff as a beginner. Let's call it that as a beginner, because this is about beginners. Advanced people are going to know what I'm doing here already. It's like if someone gave me this product now, I don't need to ask the mentor, the guy, any questions, unless I'm really super stuck with, I don't understand what this setting is. But other than that, I would know how to play with it because that's what I do. Do you understand? I'll spend, you already know me. Nah, I'll be on the laptop for 10 hours breaking it down. Do you understand what I mean? I know not everyone can do that. I completely appreciate it, but that's me. So we'll call it for absolute beginners. So, and I know you're not a beginner. You're actually advanced. You're advanced. You pretend to be a beginner now. You pretend you're advanced. You're advanced. You're gonna come back and show me a 10K trade soon. I'm telling you. All right, cool. So you get the idea of what I'm doing here at the moment, people. It's not really complex. I don't obviously have to spend 45 minutes explaining it. You can literally change your settings in order for you to find the best thing that works out for you in order for you to take a trade. So let's go to something a bit more generic for beginners. What we're always told when you're a beginner is go over to major pairs. So only trade the majors. These are all the majors here you can see on my chart. Apart from NAS. NAS is not, US 30 is not, Dixie's not, gold obviously isn't. The majors are here. USD CHF, USD CAD, NZD USD, GBP USD, Euro USD, and AUD USD. So let's go over to one of the most traded pair in the world is Euro USD. Let's go over to that pair. That's literally the most traded Forex pair in the world. Cool. And let's see. So with a 1 to 2 R, we have a 52% win rate. Let's just see if we're on standard or the one entry model. So we are on standard. Let's see if we change it to the one, see if we can increase our win rate. So our win rate goes down with this one. So it tells us it's better to not also wait for a daily break of structure. The main thing here is adding the daily break of structure. It says that realistically, you're just lowering 10% of your win rate if you also wait for the daily break of structure. The main thing you want to make sure you have at least is your daily IFVG. So we've got a 52% percent win rate, 1 to 2R. Let's just see how it is with 1 to 1R. So this is good. And remember, if you're doing one-to-one R, you can technically scalp like that. That's what people got to see. So look what happens now. If you do one-to-one R, it's funny, and this is why I say that video is based on one-to-one risk to reward. That's the whole point of it. Because the whole video is going to be called "We Were Lied to," because everybody teaches you not to trade one-to-one R. But the funny thing is, you'd actually be probably way more of a profitable trader if you just traded one-to-one R with any of your strategies. Because you're in and out of the market quicker. The less you're in the market, the less you're exposed to the market is in and out. And if you notice, probably at least 90% of us, we get, when we understand trade, the basics of trading, we get in a trade, we're in profit, but the trade doesn't go all the way where you want it to go to. So maybe it doesn't go 1 to 2 R. Do you understand? It probably goes 1 to 1, and you're like, oh, this is a nice trade. I'm going to put a break even, or I'm going to wait for it to go set and forget, as they say. You're set and forgetting, but you're set and forgetting, and you're losing out on a 70 odd percent or a 69% win rate. Do you understand? Which is not, I get it. Set and forget is great. It's a good mentality to have because you can obviously make the most from your money. But again, we're not here to be fancy. We're not here to be some model traders in terms of, you're on the Gucci runway of traders. We're here to make money. That's what we're here to. So this is a systematic mathematical edge I'm showing you here. And if the maths don't lie, if the maths are correct, that means you're going to make more money rate wise if you just trade your 1 to 1. So I'm not telling everyone to go and do it, but it's a very good test in theory because I'm not used to trading 1 to 1 even. So I'm still going to do 1 to 2 minimum, 1 to 3. Obviously, if the trade's really bad, it might be 1 to 1.7 or something, but or 1 to 1.7. But I'm just saying it's a very good thing to see, and why I say that the industry lied to us that 1 to 1 R is actually very good. That's what it's telling us here. So boom. So we got Euro USD. Let's do this now. So let's do it a bit more better because I want people to understand you don't need a high win rate. People love to see high win rate, but you actually don't, guys and girls. Let's do this, and you'll see the next part of what I'm gonna do. So let's do here. Let's see what happens if we go 1 to 3 quickly. I just want to see how low it goes. Probably be like 40 something. Let's see. Yeah, 42. That's good. All right. Give me a second, guys and girls. Let me just realign myself. Cool. Can you still hear me? You still hear me loud and clear? Can you still hear me if I'm like this as well? Well, sorry, just gotta make sure. You can still hear me if I'm like this, yeah? Because the mic isn't near my mouth. That's why. You can still hear me? Okay. Yep, that's what I need to make sure. So I just want to twist it to make sure it gets close to me. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go here. All right, give me a second, people. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm close enough because I got to get into this. This is the math. This is some exciting stuff here. All right, cool. We're gonna go over to ChatGPT. Yeah, look at this, people. What's our win rate? Our win rate is 42%. So let's just call it 42. Yeah, cool. So let's start asking ourselves some questions here, people. Okay. So if I have so we can say here, if I have $100 in my trading account and I have a 42% win rate, yeah, I have a 42% win rate. Um, my risk to reward is 1 to 2. Did we go 1 to 2 or 1 to 3? We're on 1 to 3. Ah, okay, cool. My risk to reward is 1 to 3. Um, 1 to 3, and I am taking each trade at 1% risk. How much money would I have in here? 114 trades. Let's just use that example for now. 14 trades. Let's see what ChatGPT does. Here is the calculation. Starting balance 100, win rate 42%, 1% per trade, risk to reward 3, loss equals 1, number of trades, boom, boom, boom. Step 1, it did all of the maths and the calculations. Let's just go to the final answer. So the final answer is $217. Yeah, that's how much we would make basically. So that's about 117% growth you would have made on your account just like that. Yeah, okay. Literally. And now let's see if we do this here. If I started with 1,000, would it be? So using the same maths and the same logic, boom. Now you see how we start to get into this now. So now you'd be making 2,000. So you turn 1,000 into 2,168. Okay. Now this is the basic ones, and you have to get with me a bit here. I'm not saying I'm a professional at all of this stuff. I'm used to just kind of trading it freestyle how I do, but let's have a little bit more fun with this maths in it. Let's get creative with this. Because remember, the whole point is figuring out your win rate and your risk to reward, and then you can play around with this. This is what people can do. Remember, literally think about what I've just done here for you guys and girls. I've given you a whole system that gives you your entry point, your stop loss, and your take profit. That's done for you. You don't need to learn that no more with trading. Anyone, I can literally get anyone to now just jump onto trading and they know how to enter the trade. Yeah. The next thing I've done for you, I've already given you the calculation of the probability of how your win rate is as well. Literally based on whatever risk to reward you want to take. So that's really done for you. All you've literally got to do now is just figure out, and I'm still going to add another update to Neo. That's going to help you as well. It's probably going to do pretty much what we're trying to do over here. But because for the sake of the Zoom, I just want people to actually get excited about this one. Do you understand? Cool. All right. Now we go over to our compound list. Yeah. Let's start the balance on 100 here. Um, cool. And obviously, if you're doing 100% growth, you're not going to be doing 100% growth with like, we're going to have to change the risk to reward to 1 to 4. That would make more sense because boom, boom, boom. Okay, no, here, this is what we'll do actually. We'll change it to, that's fine. We'll leave it on that. Okay, cool. So this is the compound growth sheet. If anybody wants this, just message me. I'll be able to send it to them. I've sent it many times out. It's in the groups. in the Telegram groups. I think it's in the Discord as well. But I can send this out to you. You don't have to worry about all this other stuff over here. Don't worry about anything over to the right. All you care about is literally this side here. You can look at these three because this tells you how much profit you're going to make in the trade. But everything else over here, don't worry about it. It's not necessary. You just literally need to look at balance, growth, and profit goal. Yeah. One of the main reasons why, which is part of the new update that I'm going to try and add, is this is not explaining for traders that have different leverage on their account. And I've noticed that a lot of people don't do that when they give you some type of sheet or calculators and stuff. Everybody has different leverage. So, and that's 1 to 30, 1 to 20, 1 to 10, 1 to 100, 1 to 500, 1 to 1000. So I've actually coded in part of the newest version of the update, but I'm still coding it. Might get onto that tonight. We'll see how it goes. It's a leverage calculator that will also be in Neo as well. I'll give you a little sneak peek of that later anyway. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, now we can see here, we're starting off with not 1,000. We're gonna start off with 100. Okay, let's go, let's go. And our aim is obviously we want to get to like 100K, yeah, which is nice. So in order for us to do that, we need to say, and to be realistic enough about this, we need to say, okay, now I want to trade a higher risk method. I want to, oops, don't mind my English people. Method. I want to trade 33% risk per trade, and I am trying to make 100% gains gains in each trade. My risk to reward is still my risk to reward is still 1 to 3. It's still my risk to reward is still 1 to 3. What else do I have to put in there? And my win rate is 42%. Let's see what it does. Let's just see. Let's break down the high risk parameters. Boom, boom, boom. And not specific yet, but irrelevant for the math start, man. That's cool, cool, cool. Before we compute any further, 114 trades again. Yep. Sum of the trade numbers. And do you want the starting amount to be 100? Okay. Before we want to tell me what you want to calculate. Hey, let's do this. See if it asks me if I still want those trades. ChatGPT does it. It asks you bare questions now. It asks you so many questions. Yep, it says important reality check. These numbers are mathematically incorrect for expected value, but they are not realistic in live trading because 33% of risk for frequent deep drawdowns and consecutive losses can crater your account. Expecting values are seen. Just want to see this. Boom, boom. All right, cool. Medium outcome, the realistic one. Risk of ruin simulation of 1,000 possible trade paths. Break even win rate for 33% win rate. If you want me to show. No, so where is it? Oh, here. Boom. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, there you go. Boom. So it said final expectation value after that is is $15.7 trillion, people. Yeah. Are you listening? Now, obviously, we're not going to make $15.7 trillion. That's not the point of what I'm trying to get to. Yeah, we know that's ridiculous. Yeah. At one point, I did the maths. I did the maths, and it's ridiculous. But I don't think people are understanding what I'm trying to tell them here. I need people to take a breath and really get it. Remember what I said. You're just trying to probably make 100K. You're trying to make 100K. So this is already showing you if the working out of this is $15 trillion. And yes, this not might not be working out every win to loss. I don't know. It should be in theory because you put the win rate in there. But let's just say it isn't even doing that. How hard should it be for you to follow this systematic trading method of Neo telling you when to enter? You already know now. Now you don't need to worry about because it even shows you how much you're running in your RR, yeah, whilst the trade is running. So it'll tell you when you're in the trade, you're 1.2, 1.1 RR and all of this stuff, yeah. It's already telling you systematically if you actually leave every single trade to try to go to a 1 to 3. you're gonna make um 15 million. Sorry, 15 trillion. Literally. You're only, and remember, you're only trying to get 100K. It's already telling you, if you're not deep in this, that you have a high probability of doing it. You don't have to go and work all this stuff out anymore. I've given you the strategy completed. I've given you the mathematical way you can break it down completed. All you have to do is adjust your psychology to understand it is possible. There is nothing else you have to worry about. This is what I'm trying to tell people. I remember that is being absolutely ridiculous. A trillion. We're not trying to do that. So, can anybody explain to me if you have a prop account here, you use reasonable risk, how you're not going to pass your prop account? We're even going to do that one next. Do you understand? We're going to do that one next. That this is just the hyper growth version. We're gonna do that one next. But does everyone understand where I'm getting from here? What I'm trying to get at? And if I'm wrong or I've said something out of turn in terms of okay, this is ridiculous, John, please let's try and work it out and see what it is. Remember, we're only trying to get like 100K. No one's trying to get 15 trillion because somebody's going to be looking at you if you're trying to get affiliate. Maybe the Illuminati are going to come for you or something. I don't know. I don't know. No one's trying to do all of that stuff out here. But 100K is very feasible, is what I'm trying to tell you. Hyper growth in your account. Do you understand what I'm saying, Andy? Andy said that he's fine with $50 a week just to pay for some wine for it to make his sauce. But do you get the point? It's very realistic. That's what I'm trying to tell you in terms of you making some type of good money from what I've given you here. You understand? So let's go into a proper count now, because this gives us a bit more flexibility and freedom. Okay, let's be serious. Now, I have a $100 prop account, and the goal is to get it to 10% to pass the account. Okay, please tell me if I would have done this with the 114 trades, 1 to 3 RR, and the 14 trades, 1 to 3 RR, and a 42% win rate. Let's just see here. Let's say you're realistic. Okay, yeah, it should 1% per trade. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. There you go. Final expected balance 216,000. Total profit 116,000. You need 10,000 to pass. You've achieved expected this. Are you seeing what I'm trying to tell you, people here? Yes, everybody loves ChatGPT. ChatGPT, trust me, my wife uses it on a day-to-day basis to answer the most ridiculous questions. But are you seeing what I'm saying here, people? Pay attention to this. Look, this is ridiculous. This is why I said this is a prop firm challenge passing indicator. That's all I see is people passing prop firms. Because remember, I had to go hyper growth. I had to go semi-realistic at first, which is £100 investment, $100 investment, 1% growth, 114 trades, 1 to 3 R. Yeah, okay, you're gonna make some money, but it's not crazy. So that's the type of money where every month from work you need to keep investing into your account so you can see more exponential growth or compound growth over time. Cool. We get that. Yeah. The next thing that I was trying to get to you at is hypergrowth. Hypergrowth is if you want to do what I'm doing with the other traders. By the way, you can join the group if you want to. I'm doing it with other traders and their accounts. I'm trying to make their accounts go higher so we can make bigger withdrawals as a unit. Yeah, cool. Now, the next thing is prop accounts. See, can you see how you can play around with it all? This is where I want people's minds to open up to. Like he says on Family Guy, open your mind. It's not Family Guy, Rick and Morty, sorry. Rick and Morty, one of the last episodes, he said, open your mind, open your mind. This is what you need to do, people. Open your mind. Look at the possibilities here. You are not stressed no more, is what I'm trying to tell you. Neo and what I've created does everything for you. Even what I'm showing you here, I'm going to try and see if I can add it into Neo to some aspects. Obviously, it might not be as good as ChatGPT, but We get the point of what I'm trying to say. So this is what it's doing for you. Is you can literally this is overachieved. You don't even need stress. So you can literally say, okay, let's say, okay, do the same thing for 30 trades. Let's just see. That's a bit more realistic, isn't it? Because the 114 trades might not, you're not going to probably trade all of them on the one pair. You're probably going to move it around, trade different pairs. Let's just see. Expected profits, boom, boom, boom. So it's 30 trades. There you go. So you've made 22,000 in 30 trades. So between all of the majors, remember what I told you, yeah, this is just Euro USD. Between all of the majors, the seven of them, if you just stick to them, yeah, we can see the win rate for each and every one of them with the settings we've got in a second. Yeah, boom. Between all of the majors, you would still, in 30 trades, you're still going to pass if you trade 1% per trade. Okay, now let's just make it a bit different. Let's just go, okay, 0.5% risk per trade, just to make it more feasible. Because 1%, if you've got 1% and you've got 6% overall drawdown, that means if you lose six trades, you're out of the game. But let's just make it a bit more. So you've got more extra lives like a video game. Let's go 0.5% per trade and let's see what happens. Let's just see where we get to. There you go. So can you see we found the sweet spot? We found the Goldilocks zone. Like when a planet can thrive with life, we found the Goldilocks zone. If you do 0.5%, 30 trades, you're more than likely going to be close enough to passing a 10% gain on a proper count. I believe FTMO is about 10%. I know Funded Traded Plus is 10%. A lot of accounts are about 8, they're between 8 and 10% for you to pass. Some are 12. But again, you can just type the figures in here. You don't need to do anything. You can literally go buy yourself a proper account, trade only the majors. And now let's go over to here just to show you that I'm not waffling. So we know EU has a 42% win rate. Let's go over to AU and see what the win rate is. Do you guys and girls see why I added this addition to Neo? It's not a strategy, it's risk management. It was the next thing that I was lacking, being able to show you guys and girls. And I said, oh, I promised you, I'll teach you. So you got a 40 with 39% win rate with AU with these settings. That's fine. That's still close enough. Yeah. Let's just see. You got a 44% win rate with GU. You got a 37 with NU, and this is good as well because we can average this. Yeah. So let's even do this. Let's even do this, guys and girls, because I'm making everything so straightforward for everyone. So and we're gonna just round it to this. Okay. Okay, do this for me. Okay, do this for me. If I have a 39%, whoops, sorry. 39%. Um EU was 44, 42%, in it, yeah. 42%, 42%. Let's just see this. I'm just trying this for giggles. I don't know if it'll work, but let's just see. 42%. I think this was 44, 44%, 44%. Uh, this one was 39% again, 37%, 37%. Um, USD CAD. Let's see this one. And remember, this is just with the one setting, based setting. I haven't changed none of the settings to match the pair. Remember, every pair slightly will vary. There's no way every pair is going to have the same win rate. That's one thing I've definitely noticed with trading the majors. Every pair, this is why some people tell you to just stick to one pair. You understand? Because your strategy is going to, this shows you, this is the proof of that. This shows you your strategy is going to perform different depending on the pair, literally. So that shows you every pair does produce different results. 33% win rate. Percent. Let's just see here. Boom. USD CHF. What do we have here? 31% win rate. It's like the US. It shows you those USDs are funny, boy. Those USDs something. 33 AU, EUG. Yeah, those are the better ones to trade. It shows you in general. And UJ. Let's see what UJ does. UJ is going to be funny. I can tell because this pair trends a lot. It doesn't trade always the same as the other majors. Okay, wow, UJ is actually not bad. UJ is 44. Actually good. There you go. So that already you can see how that proves me wrong. 44% win rate. Work. Let's see if this works. Work out what the average would be out of 100%. Boom. Let's just see if that'll work. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is the whole point of ChatGPT. You just throw some rubbish in there and see what it does. So there you go. The average win rate is 38.57%. So there you can you see what I've just done there, people? Again, even me using that logic, this is me creating an idea of something, and this is how I'm able to adapt Neo. Because now I know that, okay, maybe I want to teach people to only trade the majors, but I've just done the workout here. So I already know that I could tell Neo between all of the majors, show me what the average win rate is. Do you get it? Or something different like that. And then now people feel more confident. So if the average win rate is 37%, 38.7, 57%, now we already know that, okay, now do this. So now we can tell them to do, okay, so now work out prop firm accounts. So I can say here, now work out 30 trades. Now work out 30 trades with a 38.57% win rate on firm account. Let's do that. The same setup as previous. Boom, boom, one to risk the reward. What does it say? Okay, yeah. It says reward 1.5%. Okay, yeah. Boom, boom, 1 to 3. Oh, yeah. There you go. Just making sure. Expected result. So now you can see, obviously, it goes down. We're aware of that. So now in 30 trades, you would have 8,042, 8,400. Basically, you have 8,420. You would have averagely within 30 trades. Not a problem. So let's just say 50 trades. Let's continue to set up. Let's just see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Expected final result. So you're going to need between 30 and 50 trades for you to be able to pass with Neo the indicator, yeah, and trade in any one of these majors with a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. It doesn't matter if the trade loses or not. This is what you need to be able to sort out. You're okay because it's telling you long term you are going to be profitable. Do you understand? Now, remember, you can cut it. You can do certain things. You can. I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna add something to this as well. That's gonna. This is something I was thinking of. Like I said, I'm gonna grow on these things, so you don't have to worry. But boom, I could do something that. Okay, what happens if you put a break even? Because we know 1 to 1 R is always making a certain amount of results. What happens if you put a break even at 1 to 1 R? Because so then, if a trade doesn't just go to 1 to 1 R, sorry, if it goes to 1 to 1 R, you've already made money. So these are all the little things I can change. I'm not going to make it too complicated now, but I'm just showing you the basics without you having to worry. If you're going 1 to 3, you're going to make money. Now, some people might be scared of going 1 to 3 because sometimes 1 to 3 could be like 70, 80 pips, but price is done about 45 pips. So let's just do this. Change the RR to 1 to 2. A bit more smaller, just for the people that are really scared. Let's just see it. Let's just see what happens. So you can see there, you see, obviously, if you've got 1 to 2 R, you need to take more trades. This is based on 50 trades, is it? Yeah, 50 trades. So now you need to take, let's just say 80 trades. Boom. So you can see you still need to take more. So clearly, let's try 120 trades if you do that. Boom. Let's see what we do. Let's see what we get to. Okay, so it's about 120 to 130 trades on average. Remember, give or take, this is you saying basically you've probably put a break even at 1 to 2. So you always make a 1 to 2 on your trade. But remember, some trades are going to go over 1 to 2. It happens. Sometimes you remember you enter the market sometimes and the market just melts or it just buys. So some trades you're going to get still 1 to 3. So let's say it's an average between 120 to 150 trades or something like that, or 120 to 1, I'll say 100 to 130 trades. It just depends. But do you get the point of this, all people? It's nothing. This is nothing and not ordinary. What I'm telling you here, you're not supposed to pass your proper count in 5 trades. We all know that. No one said you can't do it, but you have to obviously increase the risk. Remember, this risk is on 0.5% people. If I say if I change this, let's change this to 1% risk. Yeah. It's going to be over expected by this point. So I just want people to see it. This is what you're supposed to do. This is all you have to do, just so you know what you need to do now. Because Neo's giving you everything. Oh, so here you go. You got 20,000. So now you can bring the trades down. Let's do 50 trades. So my honest opinion is don't get a 100K account if you're going to do this. Go get yourself like a 25K account, which is way cheaper with a lot of these firms. They're like $60, and then do this. So even if you do blow the account, you're not losing $500 basically. 'Cause I remember if you can do it with a firm where you can get 10 funded accounts, you just basically every single month buy another funded account. And obviously, if it's working for you, exactly what I said, so there's transparency for everyone. You just keep adding more and more funded accounts. So every single month, you're just doing a rotation, more funded accounts are coming. But there you go, boom. We've got the same thing. So obviously, it takes about 60, 70 trades. Let's do 70 trades. 'Cause remember, I've changed the risk to reward to 1 to 2 for people that don't want to hold 1 to 3 trades. Set and forget. So if you want to do 1 to 2, there you go. Do you understand? Your target. Boom. I remember this is not even correct. You know why that's not even correct? I'll tell you why it's not correct. Because look what happens. Remember, this is still set to this is still set to 1 to 3. If I do here, this is why it's so great, people. This is ridiculous. Wouldn't a 1 to 2? Yeah, of course. There you go. There you go, Mr. F. There you go. Boom. Look. That's why I said this is why it's not even right. Look what happens now. Boom. Let's see. There you go. 57%. So every single pair's win rate has gone up. So the maths that I did there in 1 to 2 and the last bit weren't even correct. You'd have to go back and work that out. So you can see can you see how I learn what I need to give you guys and girls next? Remember, this is me showing you why I've created this because I'm just showing you the proof of why is this gone to 1 to 5R? Oh, 1 to 5.4. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Lagging a bit. Yeah, but can you see why I've created it? Already, I'm showing you that you're confident enough to trade it. But now I can see that, okay, it'd be nice for people to have some type of extra a workout of this. It's not needed. It's not absolutely needed because there's no way with me giving you the entries for trades, you being able to automatically know the win rate by setting your settings. I'm not gonna lie. I've literally done 95% of the work for you. The extra five I'm doing is just showing you this video. I'm just showing you how my brain thinks having this information because some people are just not going to still get it. They're going to be like, okay, I've got the win rate, I've got the strategy, but what do I do next? I'm telling you, I'm still going to get people saying that to me. But I'm like, well, now you need to just figure out how you want to make as much money as you want. Or how much money do you want to make? That's the whole point of it. You get it? So does that make sense what I've just said to you guys and girls? Just so I know I'm not going off on a tangent. I'm not just talking for the sake of talking. Like this is what you would be doing even if you didn't join Neo. You're supposed to work out how much money you can make. I've literally done everything for you that any trader would do walking into the market. Like, I'm sure all of us at one time has worked out if I make £10 a day, this is how much I'm going to make over 6 months. And there's no way not one of us in this Zoom call or somebody that watches it that actually trades, even if it's a demo account, hasn't worked out how much money they can make if they do something. Well, this does it all for you. You understand? So, and here's the next thing. So, remember, this is already this part. That's that working out there. My brain will go with it, don't worry. Just give me some time. I'll even make it where you can figure out something. I can add more columns to this table, remember that. So I can work it out for you. But this is where I've already started to go just to show people. Boom, boom, boom. Telegram share. So we're back in my Telegram now. And here, this is this one here. So this is a leverage calculator. So you'd be able to minimize the other um, table and you'd have this one. And this one works out. This is what I'm saying. This is going to be super unique because this one, if you set it to manual settings, you can literally change your leverage that you've got in your account. It'll tell you the current, you can change your currency pair. So wherever you actually trade in the world, so it'll work it out based on that. All you have to do is like a signal. It's literally like a pip calculator. Whatever trade gets fired out from here. So I use the values of Euro New Zealand, the stop loss, the entry, and the take profit. I think the distance is the take profit. So I'm gonna work. It's still in the works, people. It's not finished. This one is still in the works, but I was coding for 12 hours. I was tired at this point. I said, I've given them enough right now. I'll still get back to this one later. But then basically, it will show you the pips to your take profit, the risk, you can set the risk you want to set. So what I'm doing on ChatGPT, yeah, what I'm doing there, boom, it's going to tell you the lot size to use because now, like I said, which I've noticed a lot of pip calculators don't have, they don't have the leverage. They don't tell you the leverage. So even though you're using the pip calculator, it might be based on a 1 to 50, a 1 to 5, 1 to 100, but your account might be 1 to 500. So you're missing out a whole huge chunk of whatever the money's supposed to be. Okay. So then we go over to here. It tells you your lot size as well. Do you understand? And then the position value, I'm still working on that one. And then it tells you the margin that you've got, you need required for you to take the trade. So now you know on whatever margin you've got, if you enter this position, this is how much of your margin is going to be based on the leverage you have on your account. So you know that if I enter a 0.10, it's going to take 500 free away from my free margin. So it's going to tell you that. Do you understand? And then basically, yeah, it's literally just got extra stats. So this, I'm still working on it. Don't get me wrong, but I can add. Remember, everything I do with Neo, it's something that we can maneuver. So what I just worked out on ChatGPT and all this type of stuff for you, I could create something possibly that's like a prop firm passing leverage system. So because the win rate has been worked out as this between those amount of pairs, then this is how you have to trade your prop firm going forward. Like, I'm taking it to this level. This is why the product is going to cost way more than the 150 GBP it is at the moment, and nobody can argue with that. Because if I manage to do those type of things where it's even telling you how much risk you need to put on your prop firm for you to pass, come on now, people. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it though. It was a good roundup, but that's it. Hopefully the Zoom was a good Zoom for you guys and girls. If you've got any questions, you can obviously ask me. But do you get the point of it all? It's just to show you. Do you get the point of it, guys and girls? And for you, F, you just joined now. I know you just joined up this part of Neo now. You can watch the other videos on my YouTube, the ones I've done. Um, there will obviously be more Zooms as it goes on. But yeah, you get the point of it. Hopefully, does this edition help everybody though? I'm sure it should help people for clarity. Honey. Is it all good for you? So you get the whole point of that. You have no stresses. So I've shown everyone what they can do with it. This is why I made this Zoom. Because I don't want people to just have it and be like, okay, that's good, but what do I do now? And I'm like, again, your whole point now is just to work out how much money you want to make. You want to work out how long it's going to take you to do stuff. Go use Chat GPT and work that all that stuff out. Do you understand? It's there for you for free. You can work out all this stuff. If I get this prop firm account and it's telling me this consistency rule and put all that information in there and then work out the maths of what Neos gets, produced for you, it's going to tell you what you need to do. So you've got a game plan, whether you're trading a live account, whether you're doing a high risk, whether you're trading a prop account, it's doing whatever. You can put stocks and futures, all that stuff. It will work it out because ChatGPT knows all this information. Do you understand? But you've got, in the trading aspect, you've got everything in front of you from what I've created. The rest of it's just figuring out how long it's going to take you. Again, use that. And then what maths you want to use in terms of your risk per trade. There you go. All right, guys and girls. Is that all good? Yeah? All good? Let me know, let me know, let me know. All good, all great, all great. All right, cool, cool. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully this is a shorter Zoom. We'll see how it goes. All right. Yeah, just message me in the group if you need anything. If you do want to get access to the product, message me so I can add you up. Don't be a slowpoke because the price is going up if you like it or not. It's going up because this is taking hours to code this stuff. It's not a 10-minute thing. It takes hours. I'm talking for the people that do watch the Zoom. Yeah, let me know. It's all good. And I'll see you guys and girls later. Peace.